And now to the country that claims to be bearing the brunt of the divided world, that's Ukraine. Its President Volodymyr Zelensky recently addressed the G20 leaders. He urged the world's powerful countries to come together and stop Russia's war.
I want this aggressive Russian war to end, justly and on the basis of the UN Charter and international law. We will not allow Russia to wait it out, build up its forces, and then start a new series of terror and global destabilization. I am convinced now is the time when the Russian destructive war must and can be stopped.
A lot has happened in Ukraine in the last few days, and most of the action has been confined to Kherson. This is where the town is located on the map. Kherson has been newly liberated. Russia took control of the town in March this year. It even appointed a governor for Kherson and organized a referendum. In September this year, Russia concluded that majority of those living there wanted to join Russia. On the 30th of September, the Russian President Vladimir Putin signed documents formally annexing Kherson. But by the first week of October, Ukraine's counter-offensive was gaining steam. Kiev started retaking villages along the Dnipro River, and this threatened Russia's supply lines. On the 9th of November, Russia ordered its troops to withdraw from Kherson. By the 11th of the month, they were all gone. And the same day, Ukrainian forces entered the city. And this is how they were greeted.
Терпели, мы ждали, мы ждем только вас. За наше майбутнє.
Дякуємо! Дякуємо! Дякуємо!
Руський корабель! Чомусь наша славна Україна зажурилася!
Все, спасибо. Все.
Героям слава!
It is impossible to express in words what I feel now. Never in my life had I felt such joy as now. Our brothers, our protectors have come and we are free today.
I cannot even speak. I'm so full of emotions. I cannot believe that liberation has happened.
So that is what Kherson has been going through in the last few months. And this is what it looks like right now. Russian troops have left behind military equipment in the fields of Kherson. Many of these abandoned hardware items carry the letter Z. This is the air base that the Russian troops used near Kherson. It now lies destroyed. Ukraine says Russian forces also destroyed critical infrastructure before leaving the town. As I speak, most residents in this town have no power, no internet, no mobile network. Local reports saying the Russian troops even blew up a television broadcasting center before they left. A drone captured a collapsed TV tower laying on the ground, a symbol of the war's devastation. But Kherson residents are not complaining. For now, they are happy to just be free.
We are ready to suffer as long as this is Ukraine. Of course, we would like to have everything to get back to normal so that we can have water, electricity and internet, and that my child goes back to school. But anyway, it's better now than before, even without electricity, water and the internet.
Things can only get better. The city has been deoccupied. Everything will be restored. All will be fine.
Zelensky visited Kherson on the 14th of November. The Ukrainian president joked that he came to the town for a watermelon. The locally grown fruit had become a popular symbol of resistance during the Russian occupation. Hundreds gathered in the town's main square to greet Zelensky. There were parents with children, many pushing baby strollers. Some people draped Ukraine's flag over their shoulders. Some were seen waving the flag.
We are in Kherson. What next? Not Moscow. We are not interested in territories of another countries. We're interested only in the occupation of our country, of our territory. So you have to know, I don't know what will be next, but it will be.
Kherson is Ukraine's biggest victory so far. For Russia, it is a major setback, but the Kremlin insists that Kherson remains Russian territory. Reacting to Zelensky's visit to Kherson, the Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said, and I'm quoting, "We leave this without comment. You know, this territory is part of the Russian Federation." Not sure if the locals agree with that. On the 13th of November, many of them joined a march chanting, "Kherson is Ukraine."
Херсон – це Україна!
Херсон – це Україна! Херсон – це Україна! Херсон – це Україна!
With Kherson liberated, the immediate challenge before Ukraine now is to clear the town of possible mines and ensure that the residents have basic necessities. For now, humanitarian aid has started arriving in Kherson. Now, a couple of hours before we went on the air, there were air raid warnings across Ukraine. Soon, at least 2 explosions were heard in Kiev and smoke could be seen rising over the city, warning the world that the war is far from over. Which is also the point that the NATO chief recently made, saying that it would be a mistake to underestimate Russia. Stoltenberg was speaking to Dutch officials when he said, and I'm quoting, "The coming months will be difficult. Putin's aim is to leave Ukraine cold and dark this winter, so we must stay the course." Like we have been telling you for the last few months, what happens in Ukraine also affects the world. The country, after all, is one of the world's food baskets. It exports grain to the world and is critical to global food security. Earlier in July, Russia signed a deal agreeing to allow unhindered export of Ukrainian grain and other farm products from the Black Sea. Some 10 million tons of grain and other food items exported from Ukraine since. But that deal expires soon, as early as the 19th of November, which is 4 days away, and there is still no official word on whether Russia is agreeing to a renewal. So that is your roundup of the Russia-Ukraine war on day 265. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.